Hi, welcome again to Late Night Read Podcast. If you're listening right now, I hope you're somewhere comfortable, maybe winding down, maybe unable to sleep, or just enjoying a quiet moment. Tonight, I'll be reading Today TIFU *** ed. Up story from Reddit and sharing a few thoughts along the way. So grab a blanket and let's read. Today, TIFU *** ed up by wearing the wrong size condom for 16 years. So I'm a pretty average person all around. With the exception that I'm tall 6'4", I consider myself of average intelligence, average looks, average sense of humor, average dick size. Really, the only other dicks I've seen are A, in porn, and B, a couple of buddies on a skinny dipping night. In all cases, I'm smaller. I already know some comments are gonna be all but, what about in the locker room? What locker rooms are you in that everyone is running around balls out naked? My gym has individual showers and change areas. There's very occasionally someone getting changed in the common area, but I'm not staring at their junk. And yeah, every so often I see someone smaller than me, but that reinforced my viewpoint that I'm extremely average. Okay, back to the story. Recently, I got divorced. I had been with my ex-wife for 16 years. She was my first and the only woman I'd ever been with. Whenever we used condoms, I'd always dread it. I mean, all guys say the same thing about them, right? There's no feeling, difficult, staying hard. Everyone hates condoms. I just assumed that was the universal truth. And it never occurred to me to investigate further. Every time I had to put one on, I'd start to go flaccid, apologize, and work really hard to perform. Sex was bad. Often way more work than it was worth. Well, recently, I met a woman on Tinder. She has more experience than I do. Before meeting, she asked about my size, and I answered honestly. I'm super average. She said that's cool, and we went on a date. At the end of it, we hooked up, and there I am trying to put on a condom. Same thing as usual happening, struggling to roll it down, starting to go fleecid, getting embarrassed. When she points out that apparently I'm incorrect, not average, and am wearing the wrong-sized condoms, I wrote it off. I thought she was just being polite and trying to give me an ego boost to help B not feel so bad. At our next encounter, she handed me a larger condom. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck? I no longer feel like I'm about to be swung into battle by an enraged Gimli. Yes, I recognize the humble brag, but what a fucking waste of 16 years. I'm more pissed about that than I'm happy about my dick size. I'm elated about this problem being fixed and want to jump for joy and tell my friends. But who can I possibly tell without sounding like a giant bragging douche? Nobody, so instead I'm telling you, I'm fine with sounding like a douche to you. Edit. A lot of people are reading this as though I'd never had sex without a condom, which isn't the case. My ex-wife was on and off birth control for a myriad of reasons. When she was on, all was good. When she was off, I was in a frequent battle with the Scranton Strangler. Here's why I think. Honestly, this story is way less about size and way more about where little we talk about fit, comfort, and confidence. He spent 16 years thinking something was wrong with him, when really it was just the wrong equipment. That kind of quiet frustration adds up, especially when you don't even realize there's an alternative. It's also kind of refreshing how self-aware this is. He's not bragging. He's annoyed that nobody ever told him something basic that could have saved him. Years of stress and bad sex. And there's a takeaway here. It's that sexual normal isn't one size fits all. And sometimes the fix isn't changing. Your self-fit's changing what? You're using not a flex. Just a very human realization, very late. All right, that's tonight's story. Thank you for spending part of your night with me. If this episode gave you something to think about, feel free to subscribe the podcast for more late night reads. Until next time, sleep well.